YouTube, it's Nisha. I'm back. Today I'm bringing you guys a life update, story time. Let's go with story time. I quit my job. Finally, I quit my job. Now I'm gonna tell you guys the tea, the real deal, the TRUTH, because truth hurts, okay? My job, I've mentioned it, I've ranted about it, I've talked about it. So if you saw any of my last videos, you already know my job was playing a player. Period. So let me just like go down the list of like what was going on at my job. I started my job in September. Now remember that September of last year, I started my job. It was medical. It was in a medical cannabis. Not gonna put no names out there. We're changing everybody's name because nobody's coming from my pockets. Okay. So I started that job in September. I got the job thanks to my brother's girlfriend. We're gonna call her Nancy. Okay. Thanks to Nancy, I got the job. She kind of put in a good word for me. They met me. They were like, all right, that good stuff matches this good stuff that I see, and we're gonna give you the job. Bam. Okay, so I got the job. I started. Everything was cool. It took a little while to actually start because I did my interview in like June, and they opened in July, and it took from June, July, August, September for me to start. It took a while. So I'm working at the job. Everything's cool. At the time there was like a bunch of us there, which was even more fun because everybody got to hang out. You know, going to work was like a turn up. Work was really slow because it was a company that just started, just opened, so work was a little slow. So it was actually a really fun job, like, to be completely honest, when everything started, right? So as time progressed, people started quitting for, you know, their own personal reasons. I know that my brother's girlfriend ended up quitting, and at that moment I remember contemplating in my bed that day that they called me to come in to cover her shift because she called and quit. I was like, I should quit too, because she's pretty like strong-willed and strong-minded. So I felt like she quit because of an altercation with one of the managers there. And we're going to be talking about this manager a lot. So we're going to call this manager Sierra Mist, okay? Because of the manager Sierra Mist was always causing drama, like drama. And at the time, I was never part of that drama, because when I start a job, I'm really nice, really friendly, really bubbly. Over time, I kind of give off that vibe, like, I ain't the one to be played with. These hands were meant for fighting, you feel me? So I always try to get out those vibes, like, yeah, we could laugh, we could play, but like when it comes to play, we gonna play, you know? So I thought everybody got the memo, but Sierra Mist love to try people. Sierra Mist caffeine free, you feel me? So after she quit, you know, that's when I started noticing Sierra Mist kind of started to treat me a little different. Now, usually Sierra Mist was really nice to me, very kind, never was rude. They were the assistant manager, so they were really nice to me, never rude, never, you know, I didn't get no vibes from Sierra Mist until my brother's girlfriend quit. So once she quit, that's when I started noticing Sierra Mist started acting a little different. Sierra Mist would always walk around attitudes, like raining all over me, and it was just like weird. But I felt like Sierra Mist maybe felt like, I could be wrong, I don't really know nobody's feelings or nothing, but I kind of felt like they felt like, okay, she quit, so why you here? You know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe I kind of got from Sierra Mist. But I don't care, Sierra Mist, I'm still here, okay? So after a few weeks, I know I don't know what the situation was, but I distanced myself from people for a reason. So I know I had like a legitimate reason on why I distanced myself away from Sierra Mist at the time. But I kind of fell back. Like, if it wasn't anything about work, I kind of didn't condone, you know? Like, I wasn't trying to laugh and talk about my personal life or anything like that. It was kind of like completely work nature, which I feel like it should be at every job. Like, the thing about Sierra Mist is Sierra Mist didn't know how to keep work and personal. Sierra Mist wanted it all mixed in together, real messy, real sloppy sandwich. And at the time, I was kind of like, no, I don't want that anymore, you know? Like, get it away from me. So one particular day, Kanisha, me, I walk into work, minding my business. I sit down in the chair, doing what I do, which is nothing because it was slow. There was nothing going on. You know what I mean? It's a new company, whatever. So I'm sitting there minding my business. Here goes Sierra Mist. Okay, Sierra Mist come out the woodwork, and Sierra Mist like, hey girl, give me a hug. And I was just like, no, nah, I'm good. You know, like, I'm good. And then I think that really like pissed Sierra Mist off, because Sierra Mist immediately was like, well, you don't have to come here with that attitude, and then walked away. And I sat there, I was like, so you mean to tell me I don't have a right to tell somebody I don't want to give you a hug in the workplace? Like, you trying to, like, that this is what it is? So from that day forward, Sierra Mist was so rude to me. Like, I would ask for change at the register and stuff. That when I changed it, they'll be slamming stuff all over the place, like with attitudes. And it was kind of just like, it just made a very hostile work environment, because once I got over the what the hell is going on phase, I was kind of just like, all right, you want to have an attitude, I can give you one 3 times as much, you know? So it was times where Sierra Mist would be like, have a good lunch, and I'll just be like, like, because I'm a mirror, so I can only take so much before it just naturally starts to reciprocate back. So if you come at me the wrong way, it's just naturally going to reciprocate back. Ain't got nothing to do with me. It's just, this is me. Okay, this is me. So another specific moment that happened with Sierra Mist, like, we had a speaker, because we would play music and stuff, and I was like sitting like right, like the speaker was like right behind me, right? So literally, when I say the speaker was right behind me, the speaker was like right behind me, right? So the speaker's right behind me, whatever. Sierra Mist started turning the music up, so I turned it down. Then Sierra Mist turned it all the way up. So then I had to call the store manager. We're gonna call the store manager Bob. So I had to tell the store manager, I was like, look, you need to get Sierra Mist, because this is disrespectful. This is not how a manager acts. I don't know what the issue is. I don't really care about no personal stuff, but this is getting out of hand. So then I hang up with Bob. Bob calls Sierra Mist. And you just hear Sierra Mist. When I tell you the most unprofessional people you will work with are in the state of New Mexico, fight me. Okay. So the most unprofessional people you will work with are here, okay? So this is a store manager. This is an assistant store manager. So there's a certain way you're supposed to carry yourself, and that's why I feel like when you get put in these positions, there needs to be some emotional training going on. Like, you need to know how to control your emotions, because you're not 16, you're not 17. If anything, you're older than the girl. You're older than me, and don't know how to act and don't know how to carry yourself as a manager. Period. Back to the story. So he's on the phone, and this is literally him. Oh my God. All she does is talk about me to people. All she does is this and that. She always has an attitude with me. I can't take this. Oh my God. Literally. That's Sierra Mist. I didn't hear nothing back from Bob. Like, Bob was just like, send me an email about everything that's going on. So I sent it. And Bob, here's my thing. That job didn't know how to be a job, because Bob, like, I remember I had to tell Bob off because they were just in time sheets. You feel me? Like, I got some overtime, and I know I worked some overtime because I screenshotted it on our app. And then when I got my check, I'm looking at these numbers like they don't add up. They were just in time sheets. Do you got an idea what type of job this is? All right, thank you. They were just in time sheets. So when I went to Bob and was like, you can't do this, this is illegal. You're going to pay me for what I worked. And then Bob would avoid me. Like, I would literally pull up to the job and Bob would be taken off. Like, it was just such a messy situation. And the fact that all Bob could say was, yeah, well, payroll's really on me hardcore. So, we'll fix it. No, you should have never did it. Okay, if you worked 45 hours, I want to get paid for that 45 hours. If you worked 85 hours, you want to get paid for your 85 hours. Because you know me, I'm not the type of person, like, I calculate my check before I get my check. And then that's how I figure out what I'm going to do with my check. That's me. Sometimes I forget to take out taxes, though. But that's what I do, you know. So That's Bob. So the relationship between me and Bob was non-existent. If Bob didn't want me to do something within the store, he really wouldn't talk to me. There was times where Bob, mind you, retail store managers, that's what I'm saying. When you're in these positions, you need some type of emotional training, because no matter how your staff treats you in a time, like at that time, I had the right to pop off. Okay, I should have did more. I should have just started stole stuff. Should have started stealing stuff, but I didn't. So they really need to get training on how to deal with their staff, because what was going on was ridiculous. So you're just gonna ignore me after you stole my money, and then it took like a month for you guys to give the money back, and you're just gonna come up to me like, all right, well, the money's been put back on this check. And I'm just looking like, and then he just walks away. It's like, I don't understand how you guys thought I was gonna be. I don't understand if you thought I was gonna be like, oh my God, well, thank you for stealing my money, and I appreciate that you even thought to put it back. No, homie, give me my money. I work for this. You wanted me to do this overtime, so why you complaining about it now? Why you don't want to pay me now? Back to the story. So, what was I? Okay, so I was telling you about Bob, then I was telling you about Sierra Mist. Okay, Sierra Mist. So, Sierra Mist calls Bob. Bob doesn't address me or call me about any of the situation. He was just like writing an email, sending it to me. I wrote it to an email. He never addressed the situation, because Sierra Mist will say a lot of like sexual things, but it wasn't just like it's like towards you. It was just, you know what I mean, when somebody say certain things, you just know it's about you, and you're just like, you know, they would say a lot of stuff. So I was writing it all in the email, and the fact that they never contacted me about that email is a problem. At that moment, I was like, oh my God, this place is ridiculous. So fast forward about 3 weeks later, I remember it was around Christmas. Bob was on Christmas vacation, and I still wasn't really talking to Sierra Mist. Like, if it wasn't about work, I don't see why I gotta talk to you, right? So I'm sitting in the front, minding my business, doing my job, minding my business. Here goes Sierra Mist. Can I see you in the office? I was like, sure. Go in the office, sit down. There's a phone right in front of me. Bob is on FaceTime with a Christmas sweater. I immediately got agitated, because I already know Sierra Mist is the type of person that would take something so small and blow it up just so that the person that the situation about, something will happen to, because that's the type of person they are. They want to try to prove like, okay, if you don't like me, this is what happens when you're not my friend. You know, like, that's the type of vibe Sierra Mist was giving. I really didn't care, because they had no grounds to fire me for anything. Because if they would have like been like, oh yeah, you didn't give him a hug, you're fired, I would have been wrongful termination, and you guys, I would have came for their pockets, right? I should have been came for their pockets when it was adjusting timesheets. But let's move forward, okay? So, sitting there, Bob's in the camera. Bob is like, okay, so what's going on? Here goes Sierra Mist. Oh my God, I just her attitude, and da 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 da, and da da da, and I'm just sitting there. Bob is like, well, you have to respect your manager, and you have to do this and that, and you can't walk around doing this. And this is what ticked me off. This man in his phone is going to say, you can't come in and put your purse down for 2 hours and go to the bathroom. That's when I was like, no. Now you're going to make me black. Okay, this whole time, I ain't been black. Okay, but now you're going to make me black. I was just like, first of all, show me proof that I've come into this shop, okay, for 2 hours. I'm in the bathroom, and I was just like, I don't even pee in the morning. So I need you, before you start saying stuff that ain't true, I need you to bring up receipts, okay? I need to see receipts. You have a camera. Show me footage. Like, show me exactly what day I came in, because mind you, I was scheduled at 9:30. I would get there at 9 o'clock. The store opened at 10. So if I was in the bathroom for 2 hours, so nothing was set up, like, there was a time where nothing was set up for an hour. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, they were just trying to pull stuff out their ass, honestly. And it was really pissing me off at that point. So I'm just like, you guys are reaching, and you're reaching too far, and you're making me mad. You know, I was like, it's all cool and dandy. No one's walking around with attitude. I'm just not speaking to Sierra Mist on a personal level. And Sierra Mist don't like that, because Sierra Mist want to give me a hug. So Sierra Mist sitting there like, if that's how you feel. And I was just like, this is where it's all came from. If you, like I told Bob, you would have looked at your camera, you would have known what's going on with your staff. You would have seen him come up to me and ask me for a hug, and I said no, and that's where all this stemmed from. because I don't want to give him a hug. So I sat there, and as professional as I could be, I was like, I just want to keep a professional relationship. I don't even know why I'm sitting in this office. You're sitting here trying to make me sign a verbal agreement for behavior like I'm a 5-year-old child. I don't want to hug him, don't want to play, don't want to hang out, don't want to do any of this with Sierra Miss. If it's not about work, it ain't about me. Why is that a problem? This man's gonna sit here and say, well, yeah, but you're great with the customers, but you also want to treat your staff. I was like, I'm okay with everyone. I just don't want to have a personal relationship with Sierra Miss. Why am I wrong about that? So then, every time they make me sign some super paper, talk about we just need to have this on file that we talked about this. Let's move on. After that, it took a couple months, maybe like 2 months before I was even like okay to have any type of outside conversation with Sierra Miss, because Sierra Miss was one of those people that are a sabotager. Like, they will make their situation seem so bad to make you look even worse, even when you're not doing anything wrong, because they feel like if you're not my friend, you can't be here. That's the vibe Sierra Miss had. And that's why I'm saying these managers need training, period, on how to be people. Because you can't be a people if you ain't a people. Anyway, so fast forward, Sierra Miss ends up quitting the job on me. Like, literally, it was a day me and Sierra Miss was working and they quit, right? They just left, right? Cool, I'm cool beans with that, because I was just like, oh gosh, I can breathe again. I could breathe again. I could breathe. Thought all my worries was over. Now, I'm skipping one person in this story because from this point up until this point, the person that I skipped don't matter up until this point. So around the time I got hired, maybe a couple weeks after, they hired a guy. We're going to call him Chiffon, okay? So, bam, he started after me. Keep that in mind. Now, keep in mind, I started in September, and keep in mind that he got hired after me. Chiffon. Fast forward, back to where we are. Sierra Miss quits on us. So then at that time, Bob comes to me, and Bob is just like, are you okay with taking on some extra responsibilities? Mind you, I'm very observant, and at the time when me and Sierra Miss were cool, Sierra Miss would have me do all the work, right? Sierra Miss would always be like, oh, you can do this, or can you do this report, or can you do that, can you do this? So all the stuff that assistant manager knew how to do, guess what? Your girl knew how to do it, because Sierra Miss kind of tossed it on me when they didn't want to do it. So to Bob, I said, yeah, I definitely know how to do it. Guess what they gave me? They gave me the keys to the coop. So I opened and I used to close the shop, okay? I thought I was somebody. I thought I was popping. I was like, I'm a key holder. I ain't never been a key holder for nowhere except my house and my vehicle. I'm running things. When I open this door, y'all can come in. Until I get here, y'all don't exist. You can't get nothing, right? Tripping. They was playing you, girl, right? I'm key holder, I'm doing deposits, I'm doing everything a manager does, yet have not got a raise. Now, fast forward, it's March. Mind you, I got hired in September. No 90-day review, no raise, nothing, right? Let's fast forward. I'm training people and everything. Let's fast forward to May. It is now May. So May comes around, I'm kind of like, this is why I'm starting to poke at Bob, like, hey, when am I getting my 90-day review? I kind of want to know what's going on, like, what's happening, like, is somebody going to get his position, like, what's going on? Because at the time, I was just a regular bud tender, still getting paid as a regular bud tender, but really, I was the woman in charge, but still getting paid a regular bud tender, right? So I'm starting to get a little aggy, a little frustrated. So our company ends up getting bought by another company, right? They come in, they're meeting with us, they're like, what is everything going on? I'm telling them, I'm like, look, I've been here first, and I still haven't got a raise, 9-day review, anything. So I just want to know what's going on. Are you guys gonna contribute to that, or like, are you guys working with the store? Are you guys more of like the outside being, like, what's going on? So they reassure me. They're like, don't worry, everything you're worried about is gonna get handled, because they're valid. You've been here. It's valid. You should get what you deserve. We've seen you work. We've seen it. You're great. It's going to happen. Be patient. That's their favorite word too. Patient. Fast forward June. Now I'm really getting upset, because I'm like, okay, nothing's being done. I'm constantly getting overlooked. I'm getting dodged. I'm getting avoided. I'm getting all these attitudes. I'm getting frustrated now. Like, now it's kind of like interrupting my work ethic, you know, because I'm always going in there really stressed and annoyed, right? I'm texting Bob, hey, you know, when it's going to happen, you know, be patient, bear with me. I got a volcano over here and a flash flood over here. Like, be patient, you know, when really ain't nothing going on. So, fast forward to July. As you know, we're in August. Fast forward to July. July comes around. Chiffon. Mind you, Chiffon started after me. Ends up getting their 90-day review. And not just a 90-day review. Chiffon gets the promotion to store manager. Chiffon was also a key holder because I was more like the weekends and they were more like the weekdays, you know what I mean? Because there was no manager on site, there needed to be someone to open and to close. Now, keep in mind, I was opening and closing that store by myself on the weekends, even though it was illegal for anyone to open and close a cannabis store alone. I was doing it, no problem, no questions asked, right? So I'm not gonna lie when I tell you it hurt when I didn't get the position. It really did. It was kind of just like a slap in my face, kick in the gut, punch in the eye, lash pulled off type of situation, right? A couple weeks later, before I quit maybe like 3 weeks ago, I get my 90-day review. Excited because I'm like, oh my God, I'm finally gonna get this promotion. I've been working so hard. I have all these Google reviews about me. Like, I'm ready. I'm coming at it. Sit down. This is exactly how it went. You've been doing such a great job. We don't even need to tell you this. You're amazing. Awesome. But that man had the nerve to use but. I've been keeping that store afloat. But this man is going to say, but I've heard about this constant phone use and it just can't happen. I was like, excuse me? Like, at that moment, I just was just like, they don't want to give this to me for whatever reason it is, whatever reason they had. And they just wanted to dig something. And now they're saying phone use when I've never used my phone in front of a customer. Everyone uses their phone in their downtime, including them, which is what I told them. Everyone uses their phone in the downtime. I've never been told it was a problem. You specifically told me as long as I'm not using it in front of a customer, it's not an issue, right? He was like, oh, well, yeah, but I heard. I said, here we go. You heard. Have you seen it? Can you show me? You heard? That man's, I was just like, you're never here. Do you check the cameras? Tell me when I use it in front of a customer. He was like, okay, well, we'll do some further investigation. But on that note, as far as like advancement, we're opening a store in 2020. We can maybe place you there. Disrespectful. The least I could have did was gave me a little raise to make me feel like I mattered. But when I tell you that was a slap in my face and I cried, it was a slap in my face. Because when you work so hard, you put all your blood, sweat, and tears into something, someone else gets it that doesn't deserve half of it, it's not right. And to this day, I still don't know what the reason is. What could have been the reason? I was there every single day. I was there early. Like I said, I ran that store by myself for like a month while they hired someone else. When I say by myself, I mean by myself. No other staff. And they didn't give me the promotion I deserved. So on that day, I gave him my badge and I gave him my keys. Because I can't let a job that stressed me out that much take anything else out of me. You can't have nothing else from me. I'm done. You had probably one of the best workers you're ever going to have. And you're suffering right now. I promise you. Because no one's ever going to go above and beyond the way that I do. And I knew it was meant to be because literally the next day I got another job that I start on the 19th. I start my training. That actually has like benefits. You know. So, long story short, what you think is for you may not be for you. And I really thought that job was for me. I really was like, I'm sticking it out. I'm still here. They have to show me appreciation. They didn't have to do anything. And they didn't. And it would hurt. I'm not gonna lie. It did. It tore a girl down. I was crying for like a day and a half. My fiance is like, girl, go get a job. You have no problem getting a job. I don't. But, you already put so much, you invested so much into a place that started from the ground up, and you was there to see it all, and you was there to meet everybody, and everybody knows you, and you know everybody. I lost all that. And it wasn't my fault. I left because I can't be taken advantage of by anybody, including a job. Now, you're going to pay me what I'm worth. And I was definitely not getting paid what I'm worth. And I was so quiet about it. And I stayed there for so long, despite everything. And I went through so much there, that when I left, it hurt. But after I kind of put it together and I got the job at the interview the next day, I was kind of just like, it's all right. I'm good. I'll never forget that job. I'll never forget what I learned. I'll never forget anything and all the good people I met. But it felt good to leave such a negative place, because that place wanted to put me in such a little box. And it's like, no, we're not all the same. No, we don't all act the same. Why is it someone else had to be in our 90-day review to be a mediator? What does that sound like to you? Yeah, I'm just here to mediate. Mediate what? Am I a crazy black woman? Am I about to flip over a chair? Am I about to set the place on fire? I'm just a normal human being that's trying to figure out where I fit in here. Because if I don't fit in, I can leave. If you don't want me here, I won't be here. And clearly, they didn't want me there. And clearly, I'm not there. So, just remember, y'all, what you might think is for you may not be for you. It's okay. There's always better. You feel me? There's always better. Thank you guys for watching. And it's going to be plenty more where that come from. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, beauty.